Hey guys, thanks for joining us on another DIY video. Now this is an important one, a question we have received a few times in the past. It is a routine maintenance that many motorhome people, motorhome drivers overlook. We're going to show you what we do to maintain this critical item, how we take care of it, what we do every season to make sure it's running and working appropriately. Before we get into this video, guys, please take a moment, make sure you subscribe, notification bells on. That way, when we put out new videos, you will get notified. Now, as you can see, it is extremely cold out. It's about 19 degrees. So the majority of this video is going to be taking place inside. I did want to start it outside so you could see how cold it is out. What are we talking about, guys, is our tow bar. Now, we do flat tow our vehicle, as many motorhome owners do. It is often overlooked, tow bar maintenance. There is maintenance to be done on the tow bar. It's relatively simple. I'm going to show you our process. We've had our NSA tow bar for about 4 or 5 years. They do have a lifetime warranty, made in the USA, but there are certain things that you still have to do. Now, we just came back from a long trip to Florida, Florida to New Jersey to Florida, vice versa. And during both ends of those trips, we hit snow. With snow comes ice, comes salt. Salt is very corrosive, but this has to go and even get caught in the rain. You should be doing these things periodically, at least once a year, better twice a year. So welcome inside our messy garage. Actually, we do have a car in here. We do utilize it for that. There's a lot of stuff here. We don't have a big garage. Anyway, I did take the tow bar, brought it inside because it's just way too cold out right now. So here are some of the things, guys, that are going to come with the tow bar, things you should be looking at. Our emergency cables, you can see they have a little bit of salt on them. You can see a little bit of the plastic is kind of worn, so we're going to go over this. Our pins, these aren't dirty. I actually cleaned these, but you still see there's not salt on them. I did wash them. And then, of course, we have our tow bar. The braking's actually built in here, so the cable will be attached on this. There's no real exterior braking that we're talking about. But I just kind of want to see you guys to see what this is looking like right now. You can see, I mean, look at that's not good right there. You see that? So normally what I would do, I would power wash this thing, but being that it's 19 degrees out, I don't know if you've ever power washed when it's that cold. It's essentially making snow. Like as soon as you spray it, snow forms. So what I'm going to take this, I'm going to bring it up to our tub. I know MJ's going to be happy about that. I'm going to show you the process of cleaning. It would be no different if you were doing it on a warm day. You'd use the same process. You would just use a pressure washer. Not necessary, but I'm going to show you exactly what I'm going to do. So this is what you got to do when you live in the Northeast. This will be our last year doing this in the cold. So the first thing I'm going to do is take the cover off. This is going to go into wash, guys. So we're going to do delicate, no dry. We'll let it air dry. Now you can see in here, the crust is already all over the tub. The cabling here, there is cabling. This is our emergency brake cable. You can see some of the tape. I'm going to wash and I'll re-tape everything up. This is the actual cable for the ready brake. So I'll remove this also. And that way I can just get right to the tow bar. We also have the pin lock that we use. We'll clean that up. But I want to kind of focus on the tow bar first. So first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to extend everything out. You can see the salt is everywhere. You want this to be clean when it's retracting. So what I'm going to do is get everything prepped. I'm going to use Release Cleaner, who is the sponsor of this video. We use Release for a bunch of different things. If you notice, I have a little bit of grease here. I'm going to release that later and throw it into the wash. Why we use Release, guys, is an all-in-one cleaner. Safe on all surfaces, metal. We use it on our motorhome, paint, fiberglass, tires, wheels, it doesn't matter. And what it's going to do, it's going to associate with the dirt. So you see, I'm going to spray it in here. This stuff is going to start going everywhere because this is really dirty. So I want to spray down here first, let it sit a little bit. This is in the foam dispenser and just kind of let it do it. I think I have some air in there, some little air pockets. I'll let that sit there. It's made in the USA. There's no colors, sulfurs, dyes in here. Safe on all surfaces. We've been using it for quite some time. Our viewers absolutely love it. And they have all different sizes that you can get. We recommend getting the 1 gallon concentrate because by doing so, we'll get 80 32-ounce bottles at the strongest solution, which is a 1 to 20 solution, currently what we're using in here. And it comes out just over a little bit over $1 a 32-ounce bottle. So you can carry essentially 80 bottles with you on the size of 1 gallon. Also, they use it to clean jewelry. It's originally created for the airline industry. It is Boeing certified. What's awesome, guys, since you've seen it on our channel, they are a sponsor of our channel, use the discount code ENDLESS10. You get 10% off of your purchase. Also, any purchase over $100, it is free shipping. We absolutely love it, guys. Our subscribers love it. Go read the reviews. If you want more information about Release Cleaner, I'm going to put in the link down below. Now you can see the release, you can see the dirt already coming off. It's already associated. I'm going to let this sit here for a minute or 2 minutes, let it really work in there. I then have my brush. I'm going to scrub. Now you're going to say to yourself, well, if you scrub, you're going to scratch it. But there's another step we're going to do in here that I really suggest that you do at least once a year. Take a look at it so far, guys. It's already getting a lot cleaner. I fully extended, retracted the arms. Make sure you clean in there. What I'm going to do, I'll remove these clevises here. I'm going to refinish these and then show you what else we're going to do with the arm here and some other parts. So we're back, guys. What I did, I separated the braking system from the actual tow bar. It's just one bolt, guys. So this bolt this way right through. I'm going to separate out the tow bar. You notice also I took off the clevises. I'll show you what I did with those later. This part here is aluminum. This doesn't rust. You can see there's really no rust on here. There's a little bit of like paint peeling, but you don't see any rust other than on the bolts. However, the ready brake, you can tell, is a little bit of steel in there and there's some rust. So I'm going to leave this alone. This doesn't really need anything right now. So here's the ready brake part. I taped off where the actual connection would be for the cable as well as the bolts. And then on the inside, all I'm going to do is just spray a little bit of lubricant in there. Just kind of let that settle in there. This is Amsol M&P metal protector. So I'll leave that like that. Everything is taped off. What I'm going to do, you see a little bit of moisture. Well, that's the actual lubricant. I'm going to start on the back end here. And I'm just going to try to scrape off whatever I can, and I'm going to respray it, guys. This is, just so you know, I called NSA tow bar, and they said typical Krylon, a gray. This is the metallic aluminum finish. It's a pretty close finish. Now the clevises I already sprayed. Now these are aluminum also. These are super light. I just want them to look nice. They're going to get banged up anyway when I hook up to the car, but they spray, you can see the color, what it looks like. So I'm gonna let this dry, I'll do a few coats, and then when I'm ready to put everything back together, I'll show you what it looks like. We're back a couple hours later. Just want to show you the final thing. Now, some things you want to be looking for on the tow bar. You want to be checking any of the wells or any cracks, anything that doesn't look good. Make sure all the nuts and bolts are tight, nothing's loose. Also, you can see that I took all the arms out. You can see there's a little bit of lubricant on here. I did go in, spray, wipe it down. I also sprayed right over here. I'll just give it a little shot up and down. So you can see everything now is snapping back like it's supposed to. It's locked, and
I like that.
Yeah, everything locks out. Everything has been spray painted. You can see the paint is back on. I did spray lubricant over here where the ready brake is, lubricant down over here. So you can see everything is nice. Let me just close this here. Remember how stiff it gets when it's out there? Yeah. Everything's nice and loose and able to move around. So that's regarding the tow bar and the ready brake. It's all been spray painted, the ready brake portion. You don't have to do the tow bar portion because that is aluminum, that doesn't rust. Just want to show you how the pins came out, what I did with the pins. You can see now these are all salty, really stiff. Look how easy everything comes in and out. All I did, guys, quickly spray this down, let it soak there for a little bit, and then wipe everything down. And you can see everything is just nice and lubed and easy to deal with. The bolts, when I took the bolts out from the clevises as well as the bolt that connected the ready brake to the tow bar, sprayed it all down again with some metal protector, wiped down all the threads. You can see all the dirt that came out of those things, guys. I mean, it's a lot. So these are the pins here for the clevises. Here's the emergency breakaway cable. You remember, I don't know if you remember, but these were very stiff. Now everything snaps back into place. And then I wiped everything down. I'm looking at the cables, looking at the nuts and bolts, Looking, are there any breaks in the cable, any fraying? This cable looks really good. This is just electrical tape I put at the end. I'll put a new piece in that. So that cable's good to go. Here is the braking cable. The barrel here, I did spray up. Everything's nice and loose now. Again, you see everything's snapping. Same thing, just spray with the metal protector, let it sit for a little bit and wipe it down. Looking if there's any frays, which there's not. I do tape up the ends of these guys, kind of helps protect it a little bit, but you can see everything looks good there. And then I have the emergency breakaway cables here, the chains, safety chains, I have safety cables. So you can see these are in really good condition. You just want to look, make sure the coating's not broken. You can see the ends here, everything looks good. Again, I sprayed these, let them soak a little bit. Everything's looking good. Same on both cables. I remember how dirty that cover was? Well, it is clean now. I sprayed it up. First cleaned it with some release, wiped it down, and then I finished it off with the 303 aerospace protectant. This does have UV protectant in it because this will sit outside covering that tow bar, protecting it from the sun, and then this takes a lot of the abuse. Once it gets warmer, we're ready to go back on the road. I will mount this into the hitch. I will adjust the cable lengths accordingly to the length I need for the car. It's just minor adjustments, and then zip tie everything down like I had it before. Super simple, guys. I do recommend you do this depending how much you use your RV, at least once a year. If you're using it a lot more, especially in salty conditions, you should really do it once in a while. This would have been a lot faster if it was warmer out and I just power washed it, but it did take a little bit of time, probably what, about 2 hours total, maybe? And I was kind of taking my time. So in the comments below, guys, let us know what type of tow bar do you have? What is the process for you to maintain that? If you maintain it, it will take care of you. If you like videos like this, guys, to the left of us, we'll put our RV DIY playlist. We'll also put our RV Essential Upgrades playlist, and for myself and MJ, it's a journey of a lifetime, and we'll see you on the road.